Today on Metro Woman, are you looking for a place to take your entire family that will be fun, economical, and provide entertainment for all ages? Then this is your show. It's all about family fun destinations in the Midwest. What are we waiting for? Let's get going. It's time for Metro Woman.
Welcome to Metro Woman.
It's a show for women and about women. And today it's all about fun and family.
We've got some destinations in and around Iowa. First, Henry Doorly Zoo in Omaha.
Right. And then Pizzazz Fun City in Burlington. I hear that's quite the place. Lots of things, lots of fun.
Well, we're going to show everybody how quite the place it is.
I heard that.
Then Urbandale, Pump It Up. So a lot of places, take the kids, enjoy, have a great time.
Just great getaway
And
time.
we have to get on the road, Tim.
I think it's time. All right.
Hello.
Hello.
And goodbye.
Goodbye. Today on Metro Woman, it's all about fun family destinations, places that are easily accessible, economical, and just plain fun. And of course, your kids can even learn something. Our journey starts in Carroll, and Sonia and I picked a place only a couple hours away, but highly recommended as one of the top 5 zoos in the country. That's the Henry Doorly Zoo. It's a great getaway and will let your children's imaginations run wild.
Well, one of the things that we've tried to do is make the zoo family friendly and people friendly, so that one of the things I think that is a kind of a signature characteristic of the zoo is that you get very up close and personal with the animals. In total immersion exhibits, you get inside with the animals, but even in our other exhibits, you can get up so that you can be almost nose to nose with a polar bear, or or just inches or feet away from many of our animals, which doesn't happen in some places. Some of the places you have to nearly need the binoculars to see the animals, and that connection with the animals, and particularly for a kid, you never know when you're going to touch a kid. And that kid will kind of catch fire and go on to someday be the next zoo curator or zoo director. And our goal is to make that personal connection between our visitors and the animals by getting people as up close and personal as we can. And I think that's one of the reasons why we've been routinely listed for quite a number of years as one of the top 5 zoos in North America, which kind of by default almost means the world. This is actually one of the oldest zoos in the country, in that there has actually been a zoo presence here since about 1895. The park was gazetted in 1894, and by 1895 they had animals in the park, and by 1897 they had a pretty good little collection, including a pair of buffalo calves that Buffalo Bill Cody had given the city. We have progressed now to having about 260 full-time year-round people, another 40 part-time year-round. And in the summertime we will go well over 600 people as a total staff. And we've got over 2,000 species of animals and about 17,000 individual animals at the zoo. So we've made a lot of progress. Well, the Henry Doorly Zoo is a wonderful place for families, and we hope everybody comes and sees us.
More on great family destinations when we come back on Metro Woman. Today on Metro Woman, it's all about fun family destinations, places that are easily accessible, economical, and just plain fun. And of course, your kids can even learn something. Our second stop takes us to the far southeast corner of the state to Burlington. Imagine a place that has all the amenities under one roof for your family.
The Pizzazz Complex was started back in the 1970s by a gentleman by the name of John Weingard, and it really became a mecca for family entertainment. Randy Weingard, who is John Weingard's son, decided he wanted to build something, and he'd already built a golf course a few miles south of here, and wanted to build a destination. And that destination started with an idea by tearing down a bowling alley and building a state-of-the-art facility. And he consulted with Brunswick and some other companies and consultants. And the major trend with bowling alleys or bowling complexes back 3 or 4 years ago was adding on to the bowling center several other amenities. And what he added was a large interactive arcade with simulators, a 3D movie theater. We added a laser tag arena. He then decided we'd build an indoor electric go-kart track, which we've got 24 karts active in there every day. And the bowling center, which is called Kingpins, is a combination of cosmic fun bowling for parties and for events and for families. But we've also hosted state tournaments before as well. So it's a competitive facility as well as it is for fun and for family. In addition to the arcade, he also built adjacent to the hotel that was already in existence an indoor and outdoor water park called Huck's Harbor. And Huck's Harbor is not the largest water park in the country or in the Midwest, but the combination of venues at Fun City includes probably more variety than any facility you'll find in a town the size of Burlington, Iowa, which is located in the southeast corner of the state, right on the Illinois and Iowa border in the southeast corner. So with a town with 27 to 28,000 people, we have a destination here that includes, like I mentioned, bowling, go-karts, arcade, laser tag, indoor-outdoor water park, 2 hotels, a golf course, a spa, a large convention and event center, a sports bar, a nightclub, and of course our large casino, Catfish Bend Casino. And I don't know that you'll find a combination of that diverse of attractions at one facility under one roof like you can at Pizzazz. We also have a 40-room all-suite hotel that's a little more luxurious called the Catfish Bend Inn and Spa, which is located adjacent to our event center and Chi, the spa. So we've got a combination of a little bit of Las Vegas, a little bit of Disney World right here in the state of Iowa. Well, since Burlington is located on the Mississippi River on the southeast corner of the state, we reach out to communities as far as Peoria, Des Moines, the Quad Cities, Cedar Rapids and Iowa City is a big market for us. And then down south into Missouri, we attract quite a few people from the Quincy, Hannibal area as well. In about a 100-mile radius, there's estimated at over 4 million people living in a lot of small to medium-sized towns. And from an affordability standpoint, it makes a lot of sense for a family to pack up the minivan, maybe rent a family suite with 2 or 3, 4 bunk beds, and make a very affordable staycation out of it, as a lot of people are calling it now. With the economy being a little tough, people are taking advantage of our affordability. Our hotel rooms are very reasonable, our restaurants, our dining, our water park, really everything that you can do at Fun City or at Catfish Bend Casino is very reasonably priced with the family in mind, for moms and dads to be able to, like I said, hop in the car, whether it takes you 20 minutes or 2 hours to get here. We usually surprise people. We probably impress more people when they get here because their expectations coming to Burlington might be a little less than what you might think when you get here. And we usually tend to under-promise and over-deliver. And when people get here, they usually are pretty wowed by not so much the size of the facility, but the extent of the diversity that we offer to families. And we have a lot of people ask from an advertising standpoint who our target audience is. And truthfully, our audience is anyone from 2-year-olds to 92-year-olds, whether it's parents, grandparents, great-grandparents, school kids, Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, athletic teams that come to compete in tournaments. There's something truly to do for any member of any family and any age group here at Fun City and at Pizzazz.
More on great family destinations when we come back on Metro Woman. Today on Metro Woman, it's all about fun family destinations, places that are easily accessible, economical, and just plain fun. And of course, your kids can even learn something. Our last stop of our trip is to Urbandale, to a place called Pump It Up, a place for all ages and certainly a place to become a kid all over again. They've got jousting, fun inflatable slides, obstacle courses, and lots more. A perfect birthday location, or as an excuse to get some of your closest friends together. Sonia and I have been traveling all day, and it's time to blow off some steam.
It's making my cheeks look fatter than they already do. All right, now that we've gotten a chance to sit down and talk to you, please explain a little bit about what led you to start Pump It Up or be a part of it, and just some of the informational things about Pump It Up in general.
Okay, well, I was a CPA and I also was in IT and project manager, so totally different world from,
Yeah, that's a 180.
yeah, big change. Totally scary because when you're a CPA, you're not really a risk taker, and I just kind of went for it. So everybody always said I was a people person, and I really didn't belong in accounting even though I was good at it. So now I'm doing something that I like.
Good for you.
And the facility is how many jumping areas?
It's 11,500 square feet. There's 2 arenas filled with inflatables, and then there's 2 party rooms. And we just rotate the parties around so that we can get lots of parties in at a time, and they're all private, so you never intermix. The only time you see another party is in the restroom and the parking lot. And we do all kinds of different events here. Lots of birthday parties, some corporate team building. We do a Pump Start program, which is for preschoolers, and that's a 10-week session where they actually get structured play, and then we have a Jump and Art program during the summer that is like a summer camp for the kids.
What age is it appropriate?
Well, we've had 1-year-old parties, and we've actually had a 60-year-old birthday party. And
So
we've
anybody?
Okay.
Anybody. We even had a 92-year-old go down the slide before.
Oh,
my
Her
God.
grandkids
Fun.
carried her up the slide, but she went down and she wanted to keep going.
Well, the thing about it, you can't really get hurt. I mean, it's all soft landing, pretty much.
It's all soft landing.
Sure.
And so you have parties, and then you have a little bit of open time, people with littler children that come and watch. But do you have things just for adults?
We actually do. Lots and lots of birthday parties. We have limited amount of open play. We have corporate team building for the adults, where they actually just bring their whole team from whatever company it is. We have anything from pretty much free play kind of stuff with the adults to more structure where you actually learn team bonding, and we actually have a structured program for that.
How difficult is it to make a plan or a reservation? I mean, do you get booked ahead pretty far?
We do get pretty booked ahead. We know when the phones are going to be busy. Once we realize it's the beginning of the month, the phones ring off the hook and they're looking at the next month out.
Okay.
But if you're flexible with your times, it's always worth trying and seeing what we have available.
And are there better days if you are flexible? Are there better days to use it than others?
Well, Saturdays obviously we're packed,
Hard, yeah.
always packed. Sundays, a lot of people kind of shy away from Sundays, but it's a great day to have parties. We have parties every weeknight too, so whatever you can squeeze into your schedule, we can find time. We've had people ask, can we do it late at night? Late at night to them is like 8:30 starting time. We've had youth groups come at 10 o'clock at night.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Right.
I'm not big on those because I don't like to stay up late, but we can do them.
So where did the concept of Pump It Up start? I mean, how did this all come about?
Well, it's a franchise,
Okay.
and it's based out of, well, it was based out of Pleasanton, California. They just moved their headquarters to Arizona.
So is that where the majority of them are?
Lots in California, lots in Texas. Splatterings everywhere. I think almost every state now. There's like 180 of them.
But it's such a destination thing to do that I can see people coming from quite a ways in the Midwest just to have an event
Right.
here.
We've had class reunions, we've had sorority parties,
that
we've
would be
had
super
It would be fun.
yeah. It's some of those things that I don't think about, other people think about for me, and they're like,
Sure.
"Oh, can we just have a what the heck kind of party?"
Absolutely. Girlfriend getaway, you know,
Yeah.
anything.
Anything
And
they
you know, in
come
the
with.
Midwest, we need things that are inside. Even when the weather's nice, we don't know when the tornadoes are coming or
Exactly.
when the rains are going to hit. So having it indoor, you can be assured that the party is on.
It's a controlled environment,
yeah,
which is nice.
exactly.
Yeah, and we've had groups that have come from 2.5 hours away. They chanted all the way down, chanted "Pump It Up" all the way down, and chanted all the way back until they crashed.
It is a catchy name, Pump It Up. That's pretty clever.
The kids have fun with it.
Sure.
I would, you know what, I gotta say though, as a corporate event team building thing like you were talking about, that would be super fun to be able to box your boss or something. You know, especially if you didn't get that raise or something.
Yeah, we've seen a couple wild ones. We had one of our very first ones when we just opened 5 years ago. They all had a wild time playing, and one guy, he came with a sweater on, and he strips off his sweater, and then he strips off his shirt, and then he's down to a t-shirt, and I'm
Wait a
like,
minute.
keep it on, keep it on.
This is a family show. We're on in the mornings. You gotta be
Exactly.
careful.
They got kind of wild, and he was taking on his boss, and just, I mean, they were just having a ball. They came in here, and all the adults had crowns on.
Oh, cool.
So once they were in the party room, they were having, I mean, they totally had a blast.
Oh, that's neat.
But I think given the right combination of elements, that everybody's a kid inside, you know, and they just want to have a chance to sort of let loose and enjoy
And we don't have many
letting go
opportunities
of the
to do
rigors of
that.
your business day.
It's really funny when you see the really stiff people. I was a CPA, so stiff is middle name. And you come in, you got your button down, and you're like,
Yeah.
and then when they cut loose and have a ball. And you can just see all the tension just relaxing out of them because they've just totally gotten wild.
When we come back on Metro Woman, Sonia and I get in the ring for a super lightweight bout. More about great fun family destinations when we come back on Metro Woman. Today on the show, it's about fun getaways for you and your family. But now it's time to get down to business. Sonia and I are getting in the ring to duke it out. Sonia doesn't know that I'm a very accomplished karate expert. Well, maybe only on PlayStation, that is. Hey, we have enjoyed our time here and we've just learned a lot, and now we can pass it on to our wonderful viewers. So thank you so much, Marcia.
You bet.
And thank you to everybody for joining us today at Pump It Up.
We hope you found today's show as a great resource for your next family getaway. If you have a show idea, please drop us a line at www.metrowoman.tv. And thanks for watching.